What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 28 of our Cincinnati Bengals franchise. In today's action for year number 2, we have the 3-0 Baltimore Ravens. So we have to actually go on the road at Baltimore. It's definitely going to be a tough test. This game is always a tough game for AFC North opponents, right? Whenever you're headed to Baltimore, you've got to worry about that stingy defense that Baltimore has. And now we got to also worry about Lamar Jackson. So he's actually the starter last season, and he's now the starter for this season. So I'm not sure what happened to Joe Flacco. I think he's still the backup for Baltimore, so it's pretty interesting to know that they're electing to keep him to be the backup for Lamar Jackson. But check out his numbers here. It's definitely going to be a tough test, guys. 757 yards thus far, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. So definitely the playmaker that they thought that he would be when they drafted him heading into the 2018 season. As you guys can see, 2019 is no different. He's having a heck of a season so far. So this pass over here to Hayden Hurst, that's the first pass attempt on the game for Jackson, is going to go incomplete as the coverage by Nick Vigil was pretty solid there. And then we have Carlos Dunlap getting in on a tackle for a loss. That's his 3rd tackle of this season. Nice little interesting stat. Thank you very much, EA and Madden. 3rd and 11, though. Carlos Dunlap in coverage. And we see that Dre Kirkpatrick coming in here and making a pretty good play on Lamar Jackson to rush the throw, and he just didn't get it off in time to get anything downfield for a completion. So we see that Andy Dalton coming out. 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So we definitely got to cut down on the picks. Touchdowns, we're kind of doing more of a little balanced approach. We're throwing it, we're running it more effectively this season. So you know, those touchdown numbers are going to be a little bit lower than what's expected. So saw a completion there to Tyler Kroft for a nice little gain here on 2nd and 1. We get a holding call, though, offensively. We had the first down, so thanks very much, Clint Bowling, with the hold. Is going to push us back to 2nd and 11. Here's a nice pass complete to John Ross. He's going to pick about 15 yards there, well past the first down. So we got a 2nd and 9 situation now. Play action attempt, and Trent Williams is going to come in and get this sack. It's going to push us from 2nd and 9 to 3rd and 18. And we're looking up the middle here to Tyler Kroft, hoping that he was going to break a little bit earlier, and he did not. But C.J. Mosley and some other Raven defenders right there to get the stop. So here's Jonathan Hankins. We dropped him back into coverage. So the big man, stops the little curl and drag route up the middle on Hayden Hurst, and the Baltimore Ravens are going to have to punt the football back to us. It's going to be 2nd and 12, and we're going to pick up 8 right there from Joe Mixon. So we got pressure up the middle, no blocking, no good. So Dalton now 2 of 4 for 23 yards. 3rd and 5 for the Ravens. Here is a pass attempt to Willie Snead, and William Jackson with the coverage is going to make that stop. So 1st and 10 now. We're back here with the football. We're firing it up the middle to Tyler Kroft for a good gain. That's going to be 10 yards right there. Dalton now 5 of 8 for 53 yards. Joe Mixon yet again getting involved here. And look at this block by Clint Bowling. Nice stuff there. Nice little pull job over there from the left to the right. Set up Joe Mixon for the 10-yard rush. Here's a play action attempt, and we're going to go firing deep out there to A.J. Green, and what a catch. What a catch. Look at all the Raven defenders. There's 6 guys in that vicinity, but A.J. Green and Andy Dalton found the open spot, the open window to get that pass complete, and here's a play action pass complete in the back of the end zone to John Ross for a touchdown. 7-0. Bengals here at the end of the first quarter. John Harbaugh cannot believe it. How they fell for a play-action pass with 3 wide receivers out there to the left. He is distraught, to say the least. So here's Carl Lawson getting the sack, 3rd and 14, and Lamar Jackson is going to run up the middle on a 3rd and 14, and Jesse Bates comes up with a nice tackle there. Nice form tackle to wrap him up and stop him short. So Ravens going to have to give the football back to the Bengals. But look where we're at, guys. 1st and 10 at the 2-yard line. We're calling a stretch play here. Joe Mixon definitely going to pick up the first down. He's got about 15 yards right there. 5 rushes for 33. You guys saw his season stats thus far on the year. And on a 3rd and 5, we were trying to shoot for Tyler Boyd. Nothing was open, though. And, might as well give it a shot. So we're going to have to give the football back to Baltimore. But you guys, what I was going to say was you saw Joe Mixon's numbers there. So, I mean, he's having a pretty healthy season thus far. And I definitely want to start utilizing him a little bit more than we have as of late. I want to see the production, right? I mean, we're giving him the carries. It's just the production has not been there after week number 1, where he had 200 rushing yards, right? So between the last 2 weeks, he's had 100 some odd rushing yards, right? So we definitely want to get in week number 4. We definitely want to get him another healthy stat line. But we see here that we keep getting sacks. That's Darqueze Dennard getting the sack. And then on a 2nd and 18, Michael Crabtree yet again is going to come up big here for a first down. And look at this, another sack on this drive. That's Geno Atkins is going to get in for a 5-yard loss. We're at 2nd and 15 now. And check this out. Hankins and another corner. I think that's Russell. Yes, that's Russell. 2nd and 15, and we're going to give that all the way. We're going to give that sack back. We're going to give it back. A face call, a face mask right there. Going to set up the Ravens for 1st and goal now. And then look at this. Another sack. Another sack. That's Carl Lawson. So there's up to 4 sacks already on this drive for the Ravens. And then nice play here by Jonathan Hankins is going to stop C.J. Anderson back in the backfield. 3rd and 25 though. Lucky because C.J. Anderson cannot pick up the first down. The way that was going, it seemed like after every sack we would give up the first down. So good to buck the trend right there. So 3rd and 5, Ravens will kick a field goal. So we get John Ross here on a little drag route, going to pick up the first down. He's having his health a pretty darn good game here. I think that's about 6 receptions right now. So nobody open here, and Andy Dalton's going to take off running rather than take a sack. So I want to see some more of that from Andy Dalton a little bit this season. And we can see firing it deep out there to A.J. Green. And we're going to get a pass interference flag called on Baltimore. So on a 3rd and 1 situation near the end of the 2nd quarter, it seemed like why not, guys, right? So again, nobody open yet again, and Dalton looking for the pylon, and he fumbles it. But luckily he fumbles it out of bounds at the 1-yard line versus out of the end zone, because that would have been a touchback and it would have been Baltimore football. And now that we're on the 1-yard line, they were hoping that we were going to be running, and A.J. Green is wide open off the out route, and he's in for a touchdown. So it's going to be 14-3. Defense for Cincinnati holds. So Baltimore unable to capitalize on their drive, trying to score. And take a look. So we get that sack on Dalton, and yet again, Madden comes through with the cheese, guys. You know what? I can't say that anymore, because we see this kind of stuff happen all the time in real life NFL, right? There's never a lot of blowouts, and somehow, some way, the computer has to keep themselves in the game. So, scripted plays or not, that kind of stuff happens. Blocked punts happen. I mean, would you rather have a game that doesn't have blocked punts or blocked kicks? I mean, that's really what we're talking about here. So, the Ravens get that touchdown. We're going into the half. Good production. And then we see here to open up the 3rd quarter, an interception off of verticals route that we thought A.J. Green was going to be open if we get a little bit of air under it, and he was for a little while. But Baltimore's going to get that interception and turn it into 3 points, and we are going to get an interception of our own as we get a touchdown. We get a touchdown, a pick 6 for William Jackson off 50 yards. Look at that dab. Dab on them haters, baby. 21-13 after that pick 6, and Lamar Jackson is now down 8 points. So if they get a touchdown here, they don't have to go for 2, but obviously they might think that that's optimal, because then you would have a tie football game. It changes the dynamic of the game, but they're not going to be able to get anything going here as we stop them, and we're going to get the ball back. And now Joe Mixon's starting to feel himself a little bit, so we're starting to utilize that run game a little bit more. He's got 9 rushes for 45 yards, and here's a pass attempting to go to the sideline, and John Ross cannot get 2 feet in bounds. He's ruled out of bounds. I was really debating on challenging this, but in a close game, I didn't want to risk it and lose a timeout. You guys can see he only did get 1 foot in bounds. So here's Mixon on a crucial 3rd and 2, and rather than take it up the middle, he takes it to the outside, and luckily we are able to get that first down off that 3rd and 2. And look at Mixon following the blockers. Guys, that right side, that Solder and Benshaw right side of our offensive line has been really killing it for Mixon and the Bengals offense right now. So I think that's really helping the run game right there. So you guys can see, you know, he's putting up some stats today. So here's 3rd and goal, and a crucial situation for the Bengals, and Dalton comes through for a touchdown. He's going to run it in, and like I said, that's something that we want to utilize a little bit more, is that if you initially feel that that play is broken down, there's nobody open, don't just stand there in the pocket. Take off and run with it. And, you know, Dalton's got some speed to the point where he can actually make some things happen, and I like what I saw right there. So we see a touchdown for Baltimore. Willie Snead, the back of the end zone there. And now we're just trying to kill some clock. So we got 2:04 after this completion to the outside to Tyler Boyd. He's going to pick up that first down. And look at the work being done there by Joe Mixon on the ground. He knows the job we got to get done. And he's going to pick up 7 yards right there. Baltimore has to call a timeout. Look at the spin move by Mixon. Nice, baby. So Baltimore yet again going to have to call actually that was a 2-minute warning. So now they're going to call their first timeout. And we see nice moves again by Mixon. And we get a face mask call. So on top of the hard work being done by Mixon to get that first down on 3rd and inches, he got more off of contact, and then we're going to get even more off of the face mask call. So with 1:44 left to go, up 8, 28-20. We got some blocking up front. Nice move again by Mixon's going to pick up the first down, and Baltimore has to use their last timeout. So crucial job being done here by Cincinnati offensive line and Joe Mixon getting the job done as a team. 98 yards for Joe Mixon in today's game. And after this play, it's going to be 97 yards, as we're just going to kill the clock. No field goal, not even going to try to tack on more points here. No risking the blocked kick, return for a touchdown, and then possible 2-point conversion. Not going to do it. We're going to secure this W. We're going to continue to be undefeated. 4-0 are your Cincinnati Bengals. You can see the production offensively that we had. 5.1 yards per average play. Average yards per play, I should say. Rushing yards, we were over 100 as a team. Passing was good as well. So had a really good game. Had a really good game against a really tough Baltimore Ravens team. I like what we're doing. I said it in the last episode. I like what we're able to establish here on the ground. The ground game's been good. The passing game has been better. Andy Dalton's got more time to throw, it feels like. The running game, the lanes have been a lot more open. I mean, this team, this work that we've done on the offensive side of the football, as far as the offensive line goes, adding some pieces to the defense, it seems to be coming together, and I like what I'm seeing. So I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are on the direction that we're going into. I'll see you guys in the next episode on Thursday for week number 5 action. And I want to know also, guys, I'll talk about this in the next episode, what we want to do with the draft class, because there aren't any 2020 draft classes out there that I would feel comfortable with. So we're either going to have to do custom generated players like what the game gives you, or we can do subscriber players. And we'll talk about that in the next one. I'll see you guys then. As always, peace.